Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all so much for tapping back in. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to see what I have to say. I promise y'all, it truly does mean the world to me. And with that being said, you know what we're talking about today. We're talking about Quant Network, this company. It's amazing. It's spectacular. It's stupendous. Like what else can you say to something that literally has its hand in every infrastructure around the world? But we're going to more so talk about today the stock market. Okay, yes, if you don't know, they are tokenizing Wall Street, they are tokenizing the NASDAQ, they're tokenizing the UK's version of the stock market. It is all being tokenized, and Quant has his hands all inside of it. Follow me on this, okay, y'all? Follow me. But first, before we get started with that, we're going to talk about Franklin Templeton, okay? I want to pop this up on the screen because there's going to be a young lady talking in a second, but I want you to understand the weight of what she's saying based off of who she works for, okay? And what she does for that company. She literally is over the digital department of this company. Follow me. With Franklin Templeton, right? You see, it's been around since 1947. They had a yearly revenue of 2001 of $8.43 billion. So this ain't no little bitty investment firm, okay? Follow me on this. Here she goes. Just listen to what she says. Listen to what she says about distributed ledger technology and how she calls it the future. Follow what I'm telling you,
You
what I'm
guys
telling
have
you.
filed for a spot ether ETF, and I won't ask you to comment on that specific filing while it's in process. But more broadly, do you expect that Wall Street has a bigger appetite for crypto products beyond just Bitcoin? And do you see maybe not just ether, but crypto as a whole becoming more of a strategy for Wall Street players?
100%. I think that as the investment thesis becomes better understood and people realize that these are not speculative interests, these are actually representations of value of a network. The appetite to own that network and to own the different networks that are emerging and the infrastructure that they are providing for really running the next phase of the economy, that appetite will grow. And I think that as that understanding and appetite grows, you will see the product suite grow and the access options grow as well.
All right, that's all for Crypto World today. We'll be back again
Come on
tomorrow.
now. Come on now. Did you just hear that? Literally. Two things she said that I really like. The fact that she called it a network, and each token of like Quant's QNT, it's owning a part of the network. Because so many people say, that when it comes to stock, you're investing in the company, but when you're investing in crypto, you're not really. No, I love that. You're investing in the network. So investing in QNT, investing in HBAR, investing in VeChain, investing in XRP, you're investing in the network, and as the network grows in value, which is inevitable when you have major governments backing you, you can't help but grow in value. I know this might be a little off. I think my white is a little off, and I think it's throwing my coloring off. But I'm gonna keep on going because the information is more than the what I look like, y'all. Follow me on this, okay? So that was lady from Franklin Templeton. You heard what she said. You heard what she said about the future. You heard this. She said 100%. Follow what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you, okay? So this next video is another news story, okay? I'm pulling from the mainstream media now. I'm not just hopping on, the backs of my crypto brothers, because I'm doing both, because I think both coupled together brings the story complete. Follow me what I'm telling you, right? So here's another mainstream news story in regards to crypto, distributed ledger technologies, CBDCs, all of those things. Follow me when I'm telling you, because it's coming. And if you can prepare yourself, my God, your future will be brighter than the radiance of the sun. Okay, follow me.
The big news. We've got Biden announcing an executive order on crypto regulation. Lots of digital currencies rallied after that announcement. What's the temperature in the room on this? Are these forthcoming rules bringing welcome clarity, or could new guardrails actually be a bad thing for an industry that is still very much in its early days?
Oh, thanks for having me on, and that's a great question. The executive order is the signal that we're entering a new bull market phase in the crypto market. I think it's that important. The big question coming into the executive order was whether it was going to be balanced, whether it was going to talk about both the risks and the opportunities of crypto. Based on our initial read of what's in there, it does exactly that. The crypto market needs better and clearer regulation if it's going to go truly mainstream, if it's going to go from a $1.5 trillion industry to a $15 trillion industry. What we got here was sort of a shotgun start, telling all regulators to push that forward, do so in a way that protects investors, but that doesn't, throw the baby out with the bathwater, that keeps the economic development here in the U.S. I think it's pretty close to the
Hear that? Did you hear that? Follow what I'm telling you. Remember, TC 307, which was that standard for building on blockchain. After the standard was standardized, then what did I tell you? Countries can then start building regulation on top of the standard. You already see it in MiCA in the EU and the UK. You already see the King Charles, no disrespect, has already signed things. And now you see things in America like deploying American Blockchain Act and the stablecoin stuff that's being pushed through Congress. Follow me when I'm telling you what I'm telling you, okay? But here is a video coming from the man himself, talking about how he is tokenizing Wall Street.
So what could that mean, Gil, for the Quant Network in terms of value, in terms of expansion, in terms of just business? Given that you have this pluggability now with a trading platform that's already got the door open to a vast network itself, what does it mean to have that first mover advantage?
Yeah, it's kind of like we're the infrastructure to enable this to happen, and so our code and our technology will be running if you think about it, Wall Street. It'll be running how institutions trade. It'll be running how people do settlements and stuff across networks, and how you can move a JP Morgan coin with a Wells Fargo coin. I mean, we can make that happen.
Do you think Wall Street are even aware of just how big not only the Quant Network, but just this technology is going to be and how relevant it's going to be in the future?
Yes, they have recognized, and I think it's only been in the last 6 months, 9 months, they have recognized the potential. They've been looking at it for the last couple of years, thinking, what is this? Is this good for us? Should we look at it? Now that they see the potential, and they're all in. I mean, it's reshaping how Wall Street operates, because it's not a technology benefit only. It's actually a business benefit. So you get access to more investors, more institutions, more assets, more markets,
right?
And so for them, it's a no-brainer.
Y'all, did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that? He said it himself. We're tokenizing Wall Street. Like, yes, we're the infrastructure behind it all. They see it. They're basically crying for it at this point in time. This is crazy, but factual. Follow me on this, because I'm not done. I'm finna even bring in more solidification of Wall Street being tokenized. Follow me. This one's coming from the man, Larry Fink himself. Mr. Blackrock, Mr. 11 trillion under management. Follow me when I'm telling you what I'm telling you. This stuff is happening, and it's happened rapidly. And if you do not believe that within the course of a night or the course of a week, that when Wall Street fully goes full-fledged, the regulations go into place and you have solidification, this is the law, this is the governance behind the law, do as we tell you to do. If you don't think it's going to be a flood of money that comes in so heavy that you can't believe, then you're a fool. Because I'm going to prove to you already in this video, it just happened last week. It wasn't necessarily this sector, but it was the sector of AI. And we're talking 270 billion overnight. Follow what I'm telling you, what I'm telling you.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Did you just hear Larry Fink? If we had a distributed ledger that you can just, you got it already, and it's called Quant Network. A Latin already told you that, Mr. Larry Fink. And if you don't know what a Latin is BlackRock's quantum computer that does all of their trading. That is why they are so powerful, because you have a quantum computer doing your trading for you. I won't get too deep into that, but follow me down this path. Remember what I told y'all. I said, y'all think you got a cryptocurrency right now that has a market cap like Quant of 1 billion, couple hundred million, or like an H-bar or whoever, right? And once institutions get the green light of this is, because trust me, they're already either A, working with them, or B, have done extensive research on who these companies are, what they are doing. Follow me on this. Money follows money, okay? Watch what happened overnight when floodgates opened up for just one entity. All of this money flowed in. And if you see it happen in the AI sector, I promise you, I feel like this white shirt has this all messed up, but I'm going to keep going because the information is more than what I look like, okay? Follow me on this, right? Look at all this money that flowed in.
Most of them say the same thing. Ignited a global stock market rally, one stock, NVIDIA. And it in one day, its market cap increased by the size of Qualcomm, biggest ever. So it was very, it was amazing what happened, but what does it mean? Is it animal spirits about?
Did you just see that? Do you see that NVIDIA's market cap yesterday literally gains $277 billion? Boom, because global liquidity. Think about this. Now think about things like H-bar. Think about things like Quant. Think about things like XDC. Think about things like XRP. Think about things like B-Chain. Think about things that are going to be providing global support in so many different sectors. And if you don't think the powers that be are paying attention to these companies, you're foolish. But anyway, I'm not talking about nobody, I promise. Just follow me down this rabbit hole of Quant. I promise you, you won't be sorry. Okay? So, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Gilbert Verdian himself. Remember, this is all about investing. He spoke in January in front of a huge investment seminar, portfolio, however you want to call it. My boy Mind Crypto, he's finna jump more into it as far as the intricate details of it. But the fact that he had the stage and had all those people's ear in that room, a room that knows the next sector of everything is distributed ledger, and for him to be submitting whatever information he gave them during that point in time, I guarantee you now have a ton of investors that house a ton of money up under their management now with their ear and eyes on Quant Network. They can't move yet because guess what? Regulation isn't in place. But guess what's going to be laid by the end of 2024? Regulation, not just in America, worldwide. I promise you. Follow me on this.
J-Trades. On January the 18th, Gilbert Verdian is presenting to the members of an investment association that manages over 8.8 trillion in funds. Discussion points: the future of digital money and fund tokenization. Quant is a future blue chip, whether you like it or not. We can see this: fund tokenization holds to deliver efficiency improvements, risk mitigation, and access to new sources of liquidity for the UK's asset management sector. And we can see this: the Investment Association. We represent UK investment managers. Our 250 members manage £8.8 trillion on behalf of savers and investors. So thinking about this and what we just talked about in regards to the Quant Index, what do you think? Do you think there's going to be a Quant ETF? Do you think that we're going to see an index fund at some point in the future for Quant? I'm hopeful. We sit here, we wait, we are patient. I'm very patient. I'm waiting long term. So there you go, guys. Please hit.
Did you just hear that? Did you hear that? $8.8 trillion, 250 members. Literally, follow what I'm telling you. You saw the other videos. You heard what the lady from Franklin Templeton said, right? You heard what Larry Fink said. You heard what came out of Gilbert Verdian's mouth himself. We're tokenizing Wall Street. Like, just very, very not boastful, but just like, a matter of fact, we are. Of course we are. You know we are. We're Quant Network. We're the biggest thing since sliced bread. But follow me on this, y'all. Okay? For real. It's time to wake up. It's time to have our families wake up. I know I might be a little animated for some people or XYZ, but, push these videos out. Push this information out, because information is power. And once more people start consuming more information, it makes more and more dots connect, and then it fires engines in the brain and makes people think differently, because you've been taught via your public school system and all those things a certain way of thinking that breaks your critical thinking. But your critical thinking is what you need to actually truly survive, and it will give you everything you need to not only survive but succeed. Okay, y'all? With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this one up. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for tapping in. Until next time, for real. Peace out.